About my project on named entity disambiguation with SpaCy and Wikidata. Essentially, I wanted to look at whether it was possible to build a named entity disambiguation model in SpaCy based on a custom knowledge base generated from data from Wikipedia and Wikidata data dumps. What's the problem? The problem is entities are inherently ambiguous, and it's very difficult for a machine to learn to which entity a particular reference or mention applies. You could think of all sorts of use cases where this is important. Say for the traders in our class, they want to identify whether free text mentions of Apple refers to the company, where there may be some material impact to them and their P&L statements, as opposed to the fruit. Well, named entity disambiguation is an essential step in enabling those downstream applications. So what's the approach? Well, the basic idea is we look at the context of the mention to figure out which entity is being referred to. So we construct a knowledge base built on the names of entities, for example, Eric, Homburger, Erickson, the unique Wikidata global identifiers for that entity, a description, which we can obtain from Wikipedia, and also a series of aliases that may refer to this individual. We embed all that into our vector, our language vector space, the SpaCy English large or web model. And that's the way in which we can train a model to identify which entity is being referred to. This is the basic flow. We have the text. We try to identify the entities using SpaCy's named entity recognizer module, which works pretty well. From that, we try to generate candidates based on the aliases and the names. And then from that, based on the context of the mention, we train a model, the entity linker, that tries to link a unique identity to the mentioned entity. We'll skip some of these. It turns out this is really hard. And essentially, I would not recommend using SpaCy at this point. The results are not very good. The software is error prone. I think the entity linker APIs within SpaCy are some of their least developed and least mature. And I would wait for version 4 of SpaCy before attempting this, at least in SpaCy. However, it's still a very important problem. It remains somewhat unsolved, and it's a very interesting challenge problem. Thank you.